Hello everybody, welcome to MJX Movies. Today I'll be yakking the 1993 film Carlito's Way, directed by Brian De Palma, based on a novel of the same name as well as one other written by Edward Torres. In this movie, we open in media res, with Carlito being wheeled away on a stretcher after having been shot. We then smash cut to earlier, where Carlito is serving a 30-year prison sentence. However, his lawyer, Dave Kleinfeld, is getting him off, based on a technicality that the district attorney failed to correct insofar as Carlito's case. Carlito, after having been freed, meets up with a relative who enlists him to help with the drug deal. The drug deal goes awry, and everyone is shot, everyone's murdered except for Carlito, who escapes with the money from the drug deal. He uses that to get himself a nightclub, which he operates above board. While at the club, he runs into a new local mobster by the name of Benny Blanco. Benny would like to do business with Carlito, however, Carlito rebuffs him many times, leading ultimately to an altercation with Benny, where after the altercation, Carlito spares Benny's life. While this is happening, Carlito's also rekindling his romance with his previous girlfriend, who is a trained dancer, Gail. She's now, however, working at a gentleman's club, and he talks with her about escaping to the Caribbean and getting away from the life of crime that he has known. While this is all happening as well, Dave Kleinfeld, the lawyer for Carlito, has stolen $1 million from a mobster who's in prison at the Rikers Island prison bar. The mobster demands that as repayment, Dave help him escape from prison. Dave agrees, and he enlists the help of Carlito, as well as the mobster's son. And it should be noted that at this point, Dave is a raging cokehead. He's got a major cocaine problem. So Carlito, the mobster's son, and Dave, they go to rescue the mobster. However, upon finding the mobster at the buoy where they're supposed to meet him, Dave has other plans. He murders the mobster and the mobster's son, dumps them in the river, and then Carlito and him return to Dave's house. Carlito goes his separate way from Dave, Dave having become too much of a burden, and also far too much of an erratic person to deal with. Carlito then decides that the time has come for him to escape to the Caribbean with Gail. So he returns to the nightclub to get his money that he's been saving up in order to go to the Caribbean. However, it's missing. While he's looking for it, the other mobster's son, who has recently stabbed Dave and hospitalized Dave, shows up at the club with his crew. Carlito finds the money, narrowly escapes them. However, the mobsters give chase. They chase him through the subway and to the train station where he's supposed to meet Gail and take the train to Miami and then go to the Caribbean. Carlito, after a long chase, narrowly bests them. And then just as he's about to board the train, Benny Blanco shows up. It turns out Pachanga, Carlito's bodyguard, has betrayed him. Benny Blanco shoots Carlito, murders Pachanga, and then we return to the opening scene where Carlito's being wheeled away. Carlito gives us a little inner monologue speech talking about his life and his possible passing. And then he sees a poster of a vacation poster where he envisions the future life he may or may not have had with Gail. And then the movie closes, and we assume that Carlito has passed on to the afterlife. So this movie stars a lot of people, primarily. We've got ourselves Al Pacino and Sean Penn. We've also got Penelope Ann Miller. We've got many character actors, including James Rebhorn, John Leguizamo. John Seda apparently makes an appearance in this. We got John Ortiz. Luis Guzman is in this. And then there's also many other actors who I was not familiar with part of this movie. This is a classic De Palma movie. It's got a lot of the De Palma hallmarks, including split diopter shots. We've got ourselves a final sequence at a train station. We've got ourselves some spinning camera 360s. I would say for this movie, there's a lot of voiceover, which I guess is a way of sort of filling in some of the gaps that the book would otherwise have filled in. This movie also has Al Pacino really going for it. He is using not quite a full accent, but let's say a half an accent. He also is making some real stylistic choices. So this movie seemingly takes place in, let's say, spring to maybe early summer, and yet throughout this entire movie, Carlito's wearing himself a leather jacket, which seems out of season. But, you know, I guess for the character, he's also got some comical big heel boots. But for the character, you know, maybe that works. I would say, overall for me, this movie pretty much works. I think all the acting performances are really good. John Leguizamo, underrated, I think, as a dramatic or a serious actor. Between yay, nay, and in between, I'm gonna have to say that for me, insofar as the De Palma canon, this is a definite yay. I would definitely give this one a spin if you like De Palma, if you like Pacino crime movies, and the like. You know what though? Maybe you're not a fan of leather jackets in the spring, in which case this might be a nay for you. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Cheers.